welcome back to the Brady Bunch. Today I am doing a project, so I'm on my way to Michael's to get the supplies for it, and let me tell you what I'm going to be doing. Well, recently we got a new refrigerator, and our refrigerator in the past has been kind of the hub of time critical information. So whenever, I missed the light. Whenever there's something time critical like birthday parties or permission slips that need to be signed and go back to school, I usually put a magnet, stick it on the refrigerator, and it's a constant reminder. Well, we got this new refrigerator. My husband was like, not gonna happen. This refrigerator is too nice for us to have crap all over it. So we have this area in our house that is designated for messages. And what I did was before we moved in, I painted it chalkboard and magnet paint so that magnets can stick to it, and also we can write on it. Now I'm about to create, I guess, a cork board wall on one of the walls in the message center so that it can have another element of functionality for our family, so that we can just pin stuff up that is time critical instead of putting it on the refrigerator. So that's my goal. Now, can I just say one little thing about that magnet paint? You have to really apply that stuff. Like, it needs 5, 6, 10 coats in order for it to have enough magnet in it for magnets to hold. Like, magnets don't really stay on the message center too much because the magnet strength inside of the paint or whatever was not that strong. It kind of sucked. I mean, that was just a little product review. I use Rust-Oleum, so if there may be another brand that works better, but for me that didn't work. That was just a sidebar. So anyways, I'm about to go into this Michael's. Another thing is, I was here yesterday with all my children, and it was a disaster. I ended up getting the wrong thing, so now I'm actually back to purchase the right cork, because I got cork liner yesterday instead of cork board, because my kids distracted me and I chose the wrong thing. So now I'm back to get the right thing, and hopefully do some cool like paint type of thing on the cork stripes, maybe put Read or Family. I don't know. I'll see what's on sale and what I can find in here. I made it to the store, so we're gonna go in here and see what's cool that I can find, just to create a functioning space, a more functioning space for my family. Let's see. Okay, so I'm about to check out. So I'm exchanging this cork liner that I got for the real deal, the thick joint that I need, okay? And so I went with this instead of the squares, because they had squares over there that were 12-inch squares. But the reason why I didn't go with those is because it's gonna leave, you know, that seam in between the two. So I was just like, I would rather make it look like it's made for that space. So I decided to go with the roll. All right, so now we're about to check out. I also decided to get this big R, because what I'm going to do is create like a, I don't know, I'm gonna put the R and spray paint around it so that it leaves cork R. And I'm gonna spray paint the entire cork black. And so it'll be black with just that cork R for Read, of course. All right, so I'm gonna check out, and then we're gonna get home and get to crafting. And if you're wondering why I didn't get the spray paint, it's because I already have that type of stuff at home. So there wasn't any point in spending money on things I already have. I always make a craft project around things that I already have, and then I just need to spend a little bit of money to add to make it work. So I am home, and I just measured my space, and it's 47 inches high and 14 inches wide. So I'm going to take my cork, use my handy dandy toolkit that my husband got me for my anniversary, and measure out those marks on the cork board. For this project, I have decided that you will need cork, tape. I've used duct tape, but you can use like painter's tape that you take off, you know, when you're trying to trim out a wall or something like that. You'll also need measuring tape to measure your space, scissors to cut, a hammer to nail it up with when it's done, and of course some finishing nails, a box cutter or an X-Acto knife to trim, your family, I guess, letter, like whatever your last name is, the first initial, and that's why I've chosen R, and that is it. So let's begin. what I have done here is I have taken, after I cut and trimmed and made it the right size, I measured my duct tape to create stripes across my board, and then I'm going to put this R right there, and I'm going to take it outside and spray paint it black, and then when I take the tape off, it'll have the cork stripes through it, and it'll have a cork R in the center. Why is everybody making noise right now while I'm recording? Now I'm going to take my spray paint and spray it. As you can see, we've moved to a grassy area where we can't make a big mess, you know, because spray paint is kind of, it can get everywhere. Finish it up. Now I'm going to go over it probably with another coat, and then we'll be done. Alright, last coat is on. In retrospect, what I think I would have done is I would have put another stripe kind of through the R and around it. That would have been nice, but I thought about it too late in the game. And after it dries, we'll really be able to see, but maybe paint would have given it that bolder black that I was looking for, like paint that we brushed on or wrote on. But hopefully it'll be enough of a contrast that it will be to my liking. So once it dries, we'll take the tape off and see what it looks like. Alright, so here we go. This is the finished product. Now, I've had to do a few things. Let's talk about that real quick. First of all, I had to double up on cork. If you can see, I put like another piece behind there, and I'm going to have to do a better job nailing it. So I'm going to have to put nails, way more nails all over it, maybe thinner nails with a larger head, because the nails I was using just was not working. But once I get it secured up there, it'll be pretty good. The reason why I doubled it up was because the tags that I had, let me show you one, went through the first layer, and there was still so much hanging out that it hit the wall. So I felt like it needed another layer of cork so that the tacks would just be in the cork and not even touch the wall. So that's pretty much it. This is a nice way to create a more functioning space for my family. I hope you enjoyed this video and decide to make your own cork wall. Thanks for watching. Make sure you share with friends, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Bye-bye.
We made a cork wall. We put stuff on it. It is so awesome. What? Give it.